Oh, buddy. Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another video. And I'm here to rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 so far. I thought this would be a good time to do it. Technically, we're only like a year and a half into Phase 4, which usually these phases last about 3 years, right? Maybe four. I guess Phase 1 lasted about 4 years, right? Because 2008 to 2012. But yeah, so and then what is it? Yeah, I guess, yeah, 3 or 4 years, something like that. Anyway, so I figured we're about halfway. The first thing was WandaVision January last year, so, and we just had Miss Marvel, so, and of course Thor. So yeah. So I figured I'd give you my opinions on the MCU. I'm using a tier maker list from Opinion Ducks. So shout outs. They have She-Hulk here. I guess they just figured they were thinking a little bit ahead. So She-Hulk is obviously a D tier because I am a man and I hate women, which a lot of MCU apologists would say is the reason why people criticize the MCU nowadays, which is not the case. It's bad writing. Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's start off with WandaVision, okay? WandaVision starts off really strong. I really enjoyed WandaVision to begin with. And I know a lot of people were not because they're like, ugh, sitcom shit. It's making me cringe, bro. I'm like, it's a classic sitcom. I used to watch old sitcoms all the time when I was a kid. So I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was goofy but charming. I really enjoyed that. Then it got into the more darker elements later on. I mean, every episode had a dark like twist towards the end, or not twist, but like a reveal. It's like, what? Who's the beekeeper guy? And then you find out it's just some dude. Fucking whatever. Yeah, it started getting less interesting. It had a couple really great moments towards the end, and then some more typical stuff. But for the first MCU show, I think it might still be the best one. Like in retrospect, you know, I don't know. Moon Knight kind of, I don't know. Miss Marvel's all right too. I liked it. Yeah, I'm gonna say WandaVision's still pretty good. I'm gonna give it a low B, but I'm gonna still put a B. I think it ends kind of, and it still has a couple moments I'm just like, also, they introduced some characters that I just didn't really care for, but I thought Scarlet Witch herself, Elizabeth Olsen, was fantastic, and so is Paul Bettany, and also Agatha Harkness was a really cool character, and oh, I'm forgetting her name now. She played her really well. Catherine Hahn. Anyway, so the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This one also I thought started off pretty well. It has one of the worst villains, straight up, I think, in the MCU. I thought, what's her name? I forgot her name. Now, girl from Solo. I thought she was really, really weak, and she had some of the, like, the whole show felt like it was like trying to sympathize with her, and at first you're like, okay, I guess I could sympathize a little bit, even though like you're not really owed anything just because people came back. You're not owed that stuff now. It's a little more complicated than just like, oh, we should still get that stuff. Well, people just mysteriously showed back up. I don't know, not mysteriously, everybody knows why, but I don't know. Like at first I was like, all right, I guess I'm kind of, yeah, I get it. And then she blew up a bunch of people, and I'm like, no. And then they have the whole thing at the end where Falcon has her, and she's like a fallen whatever, and I guess they kind of win in a way at the end, even though they get blown up too. But yeah, I found her character to be insufferable. Morgenthau, that's her name. Carly, right? I really didn't like her, and I thought the chemistry between our main two, Falcon and Winter Soldier, was good. Bucky and Sam, of course. I thought it was good, but I feel like there wasn't a lot of it. I really like the little moments where they're just hanging out with like Sam's family and stuff. I like that stuff. Um, the little things of like racial politics in there, like it's fine. I think it wasn't handled the best, honestly, but it's not too bad. I just thought it was handled very like sloppily, very much for, I don't want to say dumb people. I definitely want to say, but for the common masses, I guess. I'm gonna give this one also. I think I'll give this. I don't know. I feel like this one really does. I don't know. In retrospect, I enjoyed it at the time, but in retrospect, I don't love it. I'm gonna go low B also. All right, Loki. This is where I'm gonna get some shit. I do not like Loki. I thought it started off. I think the writing in Loki is fucking terrible. Just straight up. I really do. I'm sorry. It's bad. And I got a lot of shit for my reactions because unlike WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I was not with Loki pretty much from the beginning. I thought a lot of stuff did not make fucking sense. I thought them butchering Loki's character was, but I really did not like the writing. The acting was fine. The visuals, for the most part, I know they do that screen thing, whatever. Some of the visuals were not great, and it wasn't even like the green screen that was bothering me the most. It was like the actual like special effects. Like you got all the money in the world, and Loki's one of the most popular characters in the MCU, and you didn't even give him enough to do. Like at a certain point, of course, Sylvie becomes almost the main character, and I'm like, I don't like Sylvie. She's just angry. There's nothing to her character. Loki is there's a lot to his character because we've had a lot to know. Like Sylvie, we don't know anything about her besides that she's angry all the time. She's not an interesting character at all. I don't think. And the writing is terrible. The dialogue is blah. We don't have too many moments of them actually interacting. There's like that one scene at the bar, but that's about it. There's just a lot of wasted time, which a lot of these freaking Disney shows do the same thing over and over again. It's like wasted time, wasted time, wasted time. We have 6 episodes. Stop wasting time. All right, if you want to waste time, add a few extra episodes. Have like a couple episodes where it's just them chatting. I'd be okay if the dialogue's good, which a lot of these MCU movies, at least from the past, have had good moments like that. But Loki, not one of them. I don't want to give it a D because there's stuff I do like. I do like what's his name's performance at the end as Kang. Jonathan. Oh shit. Majors. I think he's good, but I don't know. And Owen Wilson's great too. Let's not forget Owen Wilson's great. Everybody's pretty good. Even like the actress that plays Sylvie, even though she has not much to do, she's fine. Everybody's all right. Tara Strong's in. She's like a main character almost. That's cool. But I'm going to give it a low C. I'm close to D. Oh, Black Widow. Black Widow was a movie I saw the first time, and I was like, this is all right. 7 out of 10, I guess. Maybe even like a 6. Then I saw it again, and I was bored out of my fucking mind. Now, I know everybody loves, what's her name? Florence Poe. I know it's Pugh, but that sounds weird. I like saying Poe, which I know. That's her name. But I'm me. You can call me whatever you want. That's fine. I'm going to call you whatever I want. Poe. Anyway, Poe sounds better. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's good in it. I really like Florence Pugh. But I'm not the biggest fan of her character. I think she's a little too jokey. And a lot of jokes don't really land. But she is probably my favorite part in that movie. Because at least she's trying. Where I feel like a lot of the other actors, like David Harbour's, it barely does anything. I was actually the most excited for him and her. Because I like both of those two as actors. And the Red Guardian's just a fucking joke. That's it. Like, not that he's making jokes. He's just a joke. That's it. Like, to the point where they wouldn't even let him have an action scene. You remember when he's about to fight fucking Taskmaster and they just keep cutting away to him getting his ass beat? Like, come on. He can't fight a little bit? Like, fucking Natasha was fighting Taskmaster pretty well. And she doesn't have any super soldier or anything. Red Guardian does, and he's just getting his ass beat. Okay. I just found it to be a very boring and also terrible villain. Probably worse than Morgenthau, but at least this villain was just straight up villain where they didn't try to make him sympathetic. In Falcon and Winter Soldier, they tried and failed. I'm going to give it a D. I thought it was a piece of shit, honestly. Second watch, I was bored out of my fucking mind. I was like, that's why I haven't seen Thor again. If I saw Thor Love and Thunder again, I'd probably think way less of it. What If? I actually really enjoyed What If. I know there was a couple episodes that weren't like the best, but there were some really good ones. I really like the animation. I'm actually looking forward to season 2. I know they're going to show off a first look or something like that this Comic-Con next week, or I guess this week. I actually like it enough to put it right in between. I'm going to say, yeah. Yeah, I think WandaVision has just a little bit more of that emotional value to it. What If does have a couple episodes that are iffy here and there, but there's some really good ones. I thought that Doctor Strange episode was fucking way better than the movie that came out, but also easily my favorite episode of the entire season. So I thought it was great. And yeah, all the voice work is great. And from the people that return and people that don't return, they got like, impressionists, I guess, or just people coming in to voice them. They all do a great job. Yeah, so anyway, Shang-Chi. Now this is going to be, besides Loki, probably my most controversial one. I know a lot of people love Shang-Chi. I get it. I was really looking forward to it too. Especially when the fucking reviews were coming out. I was like, a martial arts fucking Marvel movie? Hell yeah. And there are some really good action scenes for sure. Very well choreographed, and for the most part, the movie looks really good. Except the ending, I thought the ending kind of looked weird. I did not love Shang-Chi. I thought it was okay the first time. Well, okay, I thought it was borderline good the first time I watched it. I was like, yeah, I enjoyed that. I don't think it like a lot of the jokes were really great, but there was some good father son stuff going on there. I thought, of course, the Mandarin or Wenwu, I think his name is actually, um, was great. The acting was great for the most part. I liked Simu Liu. Liu, is that how you pronounce it? I thought he was good. But there was just something about it that wasn't really clicking with me. It was just kind of too generic for me. Like, I watch a lot of kung fu movies, so I don't want to hear like, oh, I can't relate to it because he's not a white guy. I'm sure someone's saying that, but I just don't really. I just didn't feel much for any of the characters. And one of the reasons why is because the dialogue's pretty generic and the humor was just, it was bad. I don't think I laughed more than twice in this movie. Uh, I don't know. I'm just getting sick of the humor in these Marvel movies, and I don't even think it's because of the humor itself. It's because, well, it is because of the humor itself. I'm not getting sick of it because I'm sick of hearing the humor in Marvel movies. It's because the humor is not good anymore. Like, it's just the writing has become shit. They don't care anymore. They really don't. I don't think Disney really cares if the writing's good or not. They just care if, oh, you put this. People will eat it up. The writing is bad in these movies. Shang-Chi, I would say, is the least bad so far. Besides WandaVision. WandaVision is probably the best. But it's also the least, like, I don't know, it's just an origin story, and some of the fights are good. I just didn't care for it, honestly. I'm gonna get high C. I think it's definitely better than Loki. Loki, I'm like bordering putting it to D, honestly. You know what? I'm sorry. Sorry to all the fans for Loki. I did not like it. Eternals. All right. Eternals was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be after all the reviews and stuff. I actually liked it better than Black Widow, and I don't think it's as bad as some people say. Some people say it's like the worst movie of last year, which I do not agree. But it is badly written. It has almost no real likable characters. I think most of the main cast is forgettable. The only ones I liked what's her name, the deaf superhero. I liked her. I liked what's his name, the guy that eats the spaghetti and killing of a sacred deer. No one's gonna know what I'm talking about. I forgot his name. Oh, he plays Joker in the Batman, I guess. I liked him. Oh, I liked I liked a couple of side ones, but I only liked them because I liked the actors. Though, really thinking about it, I didn't like them because of their writing. But and visually, I thought it was really ugly for the most part. Like, there's some good cinematography at times, but a lot of the visuals were really fucking ugly at times. I just felt like this was pointless because I don't think these characters are coming back. Nobody really liked it. Nobody knew who the fucking Eternals were anyway. I just felt like the whole endeavor was pointless because besides that Blade cameo at the end, which was not even a cameo because you just hear him, I don't think any of this stuff is gonna really mean anything. But we'll see. I mean, the movie didn't do very well either, so I don't know. I didn't really like it that much, but I liked it better than Black Widow. I might have even liked it better than Loki, but I'll keep it there. Hawkeye. Now, Hawkeye I actually really was enjoying at first. Like, I really like Haley Steinfeld. I think she's great. Jeremy Renner I really like. Pizza Dog. Yeah, there was some good stuff in there. Tracksuit Mafia was kind of funny for the most part, but it was a light-hearted one. It felt like there wasn't a lot of stakes, which I really enjoyed. That there wasn't like we have to stop this person before they end the whole world. It was just kind of like I mean, there was stakes. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like crazy. One thing I don't like though is the cameo at the end. I mean, I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but what they did with that one particular character was almost insulting. I was just like, really? That's it? At first, I was like, all right, well, at least he was there. And then I thought more about it. I was just like, that kind of sucks. But we have that Echo show, which I thought she was all right in the show. We didn't really get much about her, but it's cool. I'll watch the show, especially since I think they confirmed that Daredevil will be in it, so that'd be cool. But I'll watch it anyway. So even if Daredevil and I guess I could spoil Kingpin are in it. Even if they weren't in it, I'd watch it. At this point, I watch every Marvel thing in Phase 4, so why not? All right, so I'm going to be honest with y'all. Spider-Man No Way Home, loved it, really did, absolutely loved it. Now I should probably, I'm just gonna spoil this. I'm just gonna get rid of S, because I don't think anything here is an S. So I'm just gonna get rid of that rank there. Honestly, I should probably switch like these to something else, like maybe like top tier, mid tier, low tier, and then trash or something. Trash is not fair. I'll just leave it here. So A, B, C, and D. That's it. There's no S's. There's no F's. Just A, B, C, and D. Maybe we should leave S and F, just for transparency. At or above, or not transparency, but yeah. So actually, we should probably put an F actually, just so you know, this is a full scale, I guess. I'm not giving anything an F, just spoilers, and nothing an S. But I really loved No Way Home. I watched it 3 times. Each time I enjoyed it a little bit more. The first time I was like, that was great, A. And then the next time I was like, that was great. That might be an A plus now. And then the next time I watched it, that was still an A plus, but it's like a little bit better, a little bit more, because I appreciate more and more as I watch it. Because the first time you're on your edge of your seat, like, are they gonna fucking do the Toby and Andrew Garfield stuff? Is that gonna happen? I mean, we all pretty much knew it was, but it was still like we didn't know exactly. So like the first time you're watching, you're like, unless you had it spoiled, you don't know. So when it happens, you're like, oh, good, it's like a breath of fresh. Like you can let go of that breath you've been holding. Like, oh, there it is. And then the second time you watch it, you just appreciate all the fun writing and great character stuff. And then the third time you watch it, you see the things you missed and stuff. I mean, you could say this about most movies, except for the holding your breath waiting for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to show up, because that would be very strange if in Moon Knight he showed up. Those two showed up. Anyway, I really, really, really like No Way Home. I think it is the best one. It has the best MCU villain. I hope they don't bring back Green Goblin, though, because I'm sure if they brought him back again, they would ruin him. But they did a fantastic job with him here. He's just as good as he was in Spider-Man 1. And some great scenes. Like that whole scene where like Peter's like his spider sense is tingling and he knows something about to happen in that room with everybody. Oh, it's so good. There's a couple problems, I guess you could say, but for the most part, I really loved it. I really did. And months later, that I can't say that about a lot of Marvel movies where I'm still looking at it fondly. Like after like a month of Doctor Strange, I look at that movie and just think, ugh. All right, so let's get to Moon Knight. Moon Knight, it started off great. I thought it was really great. I like how it slow was taken. The first episode was awesome. Loved it. Second, third, fourth, still really good. Fifth was awesome. And then the sixth was exactly what you expect. There's still a lot of really good stuff in there. Oscar Isaac is chef's kiss. Great. But there is a lot of times where they could have cut some stuff down and like there's things they did that we didn't need to see, you know what I mean? Like go to that one guy, what was it, the Midnight Man or whatever, which was kind of pointless. Rest in peace to that actor, but it was kind of not pointless. There was a point to it, but you could have easily cut it out and saved some time or whatever. Or better yet, make it make more sense in the overall plot, like have him come back and add a couple extra episodes. But I don't know why they keep doing this 6-episode shit. I hate it, honestly. It's just a really long movie at that point, because most of the episodes nowadays are like 40 minutes if you don't count the credits. So really like 35 minutes. I mean, I know some episodes are a little bit longer. Like usually the premiere and the finale are the longest ones. But look at Obi-Wan. I think someone cut it down to like a 2.5-hour movie, and supposedly it's way better. It's superior because they cut out some of the stupid shit and made it make more sense. I think they added more flashbacks or something like that. I've heard it's like a decent cut of that show. But yeah, I'm gonna put Moon Knight. I'm not putting it there. I'm gonna put it ahead. You know what? I'm thinking about it. I know I'm moving things around. I think I liked Hawkeye more than Falcon and Winter Soldier, because Hawkeye I don't think ruined any characters too. I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier didn't ruin characters. I shouldn't say that. But like they tried to make John Walker into a bad guy. I even bring up John Walker. John Walker is awesome. I really like that character. And they try to make him a bad guy because he killed a terrorist. Fuck them. Like I was like, come on now. Really? Oh, he's got blood on his shield. You know how many times fucking Captain America probably had blood on his shield? How many times he killed fucking people? Captain America don't give a fuck. He'll smack a motherfucker through a wall and then they fall to their death. Do you think he cares? No. So that was a little weird. So you know what? I'm gonna put. I'll leave it low B. Like all these are kind of low B. I'll put Moon Knight ahead of What If though. These are all low B. I should say like B minus at this point. uh, that's weird. This is a weird ranking so far. I guess I could call this one A plus because I don't think spoilers. I don't think anything else is gonna get in there. So, uh, C is fine. Yeah. D. Yeah, D's fine. All right. So yeah, Moon Knight, cool suit. There's some things I didn't love about it, but I enjoyed it overall. All right, Doctor Strange and the multiverse of, or I'm sorry, in the Multiverse of Madness, which is a fucking lie because it's barely a multiverse stuff. Just like how Gore the God Butcher barely butchers any gods. I'm gonna just tell you right here. The first time I saw it, I really enjoyed myself. I really did, because I was watching as a Sam Raimi movie. I don't know what it is with these MCU movies. Black Widow was like this, and fucking Doctor Strange was like this, and that was probably it, actually. Whenever I watch it again, because I didn't watch Eternals again, I'm sure I would have been way fucking more bored if I watched Eternals the second time. I feel like there was another MCU movie that I watched that I was way bored, way more bored than the first time during my second time. Whatever, you know what I mean. I guess it was in Phase 3 then, because I can't think of it right now. But yeah, so like the first time, I was just really liking all the, because I watched it, I was really excited for it because it was a Sam Raimi movie, because I'm a huge fan of Sam Raimi. But yeah, the first time I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10. That was way too high. That was me being a fanboy, because the writing, which by the way, it's written by the guy that did Loki, is fucking bad. It really is. It's bad writing. Like, it has some really cool effects and some really cool set pieces and stuff, and a great performance from Elizabeth Olsen again. But I feel like there's just like there's so many dumb fucking moments that make no sense. Of course, everybody's making fun of the smartest man alive, Reed Richards, and fucking, of course, his ass is like, I'm gonna tell you everything about this guy, Wanda. Okay, you know, oh no, you used what I said against him. Now I'm gonna lunge towards you. She just removed his mouth without even moving. What the fuck are you gonna do? Die, I guess. Anyway, so besides all the visual stuff, which I really like, and some of the set pieces and the acting, there's a lot of problems with this movie. I almost wish Sam Raimi wrote it. I think it would have been much better if he wrote it too. But obviously that wasn't gonna happen. I really want to know what Scott Derrickson's plan was with this movie, because I think him and C. Robert Cargill was writing the sequel. I wonder what was happening, because he got fired obviously because of creative differences. He probably was making a decent movie, and Marvel was like no. And then Sam Raimi was like, well, if I'll only direct if I could do some weird shit. And they're like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Also, the promise of it being a horror movie, like, there were some horrific moments, I guess, some creepy scenes, but for the most part, it wasn't. No, not really. And the multiverse stuff was completely, it fell flat. You know what? I'm talking myself down to a D. I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm gonna give it a D. Fuck it, D plus. I'll give that one a D plus. All right, just two more left. Well, She-Hulk will put an F because I'm a sexist. Anyway, let's do Miss Marvel. I'm a sexist and I'm racist, so we'll put an F. And then Thor, we'll put an F too because female Thor. Actually, let's put all the female ones in F. And Black Widow F. Actually, to be fair, Black Widow's pretty close to an F. More I think about it. No, okay. So Miss Marvel, even though it ended after Thor came out, Miss Marvel started before Thor. So, I'm gonna give Miss Marvel. Actually, I'm gonna give Miss Marvel the highest B. I think of the shows, I had the most fun there. There's problems for sure. I'm still probably. I'll probably. You know what? I'll get rid of the minus because I would probably give that one just a regular B. Um, yeah, it's problems, sure, but it still was it had a likable main character. The family was all fun. I really liked her entire family. Um, there was a little bit of like some of that, like trying to. I don't know. I don't want to say it was like. You know, I just thought it was a fun time. I'm just gonna leave it there. I thought it was a fun time, likable character, some dumb moments here and there, but for the most part, it was a fun ride. And that's really all I have to say. It really was just fun. There wasn't really much else there besides that. Likable characters, decent writing for the most part. Yeah, I don't like her new powers. I would have loved to see the stretchy arms because I wanted to see how stupid it would look. I think her powers are really stupid. Don't get me wrong, but I would love to see how dumb they would look. I would love to see that. Even if it's awful, I would be like, that's dumb. I love it. Anyway, I love dumb shit. So anyway, all right. So last one. Sorry, I'm looking at the list here. I feel bad. Shang-Chi's at C and everything else. People be like, what? But wow, almost all the shows are in. Besides Loki, all the shows are in B. You know what? I feel bad about that. I'm gonna put Falcon Winter Soldier C because I keep fighting the urge to put it in C, and honestly, Shang-Chi I probably liked a little bit better overall. Falcon Winter Soldier I feel like was a little disappointing. Like there's a lot of things in there that I felt like they kind of fumbled the ball with. So I'll give that like a regular C, and I'll say like Shang-Chi's a C plus. We'll see. Maybe I'll think about it. Maybe I'll put it low B. I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, so yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder, the newest one, of course. I'm gonna say right here, I was really, really excited for this one. I'm just gonna leave it right there for a second. I was really excited for this one. I really was. I love Taika Waititi for the most part. I don't think I've seen one bad Taika Waititi comedy at all, or even like a good one. Almost all of them have been great. Hunt for the Wilder People was great. Oh, I didn't like Eagle versus Shark. Actually, I didn't really like that one. But that was like one of his first ones, if not his first one. But okay, I love What We Do in the Shadows, the movie. I have yet to watch the show yet, which I still want to. But I've heard it's great. But yeah, I love the movie. Fucking hilarious. Really, really love Jojo Rabbit. It was one of my favorite movies of 2019. And what else? Thor Ragnarok, obviously, I loved. I thought it was really great. What else? I know I'm forgetting one. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I'm sad to say I really when I watched that when I left the theater, I think I said like it was fine. I give it like a 6.5 or something like that, maybe 7. I was like it was fine. It had some fun moments, some decent acting and some good comedy moments. But really thinking about it more, I found it to be bland. I found it to be very bland and kind of I don't know. I just keep thinking more and more about it. I haven't seen a fucking single video about this. I haven't watched anything yet for it. There's a couple places I like to watch like people's thoughts, and I have yet to. I'm saving it for when I decide this is the time to do it. But I feel like the MCU's on the wrong track right now. It's very directionless, and also like every time they release a movie that's very underwhelming, it seems like those movies keep not flopping, I should say, but really underperformed. Like Eternals underperformed, Shang-Chi underperformed, Black Widow underperformed. But again, you could chalk those up to China, of course, and also because China they make a lot of money, but they haven't been releasing them in China. But you could also say like, hey, because of COVID. But like, there's no excuse for both Doctor Strange and Thor in their second weeks to drop almost 70%. That's crazy. Usually Marvel movies are around 55 to 60%, but almost 70% is nuts. Especially since I think people were a little disappointed in Thor last week. Like 144 million. I thought it'd get to right around 160. I knew it was going to do as good as Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange had that all the cameos hype, So that's why it did so well in its first weekend. Because everybody was like expecting like, oh my god, we're gonna see Tom Cruise as Iron Man, and then they got stupid Reed Richards. That's all they got. Where Thor didn't promise fucking anything, and you didn't get anything really besides just a romp, and the romp was not great. You know what? I liked it better than Doctor Strange, but that might only be because right now I haven't seen it again. I'm actually gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there, and that's that. Now I already know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. But I gotta stay true to myself. And that's my ranking right now. So in this order, I guess this is my ranking from best to worst: Spider-Man: No Way Home, Miss Marvel, WandaVision, Moon Knight, What If, Hawkeye, Shang-Chi, which I know that's gonna piss people off. But I guess in terms of movies, I guess that's the second best. So there you go. Right? No movies here, right? Yeah. So that's the second best one. So I guess that might not be too messed up. Falcon Winter Soldier, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Loki, Eternals, and Black Widow. I think Black Widow and Eternals, that's about right. Now remember, when I put these as D, I'm in comparison to MCU stuff. I don't think Black Widow is like a D minus movie. Like there's good things here and there, but as a MCU movie comparatively to everything else here, it's a D. I would still say Black Widow is like a 5 out of 10 at best, though. Same thing with Eternals, like 5, maybe 5.5. I don't know. Not terrible, just yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's my ranking so far, of course. She-Hulk. Let's see. Let's predict She-Hulk. The special effects look like shit, just straight up. But it looks like it could be fun. I liked a couple of moments in the trailer. I didn't think it was too bad. Besides the special effects, I'm gonna say that one's probably gonna be a C. I have a feeling it's gonna be a C. It's gonna be fun, but not great. I'll say it's probably gonna be right here. That's my guess. We'll see if we're right in what, like 2 months. That'll be. I know it airs next month, but by the time it's over, it'll be like mid-September, I guess. So, are they airing 2 episodes at once? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess Marvel hasn't done that since WandaVision, right? Well, no, Falcon and Winter Soldier had 2 episodes, right? Did Moon Knight have 2 episodes? No, I know Obi-Wan did. I think did what have? I don't know. No, Hawkeye did definitely, right? Yeah, Hawkeye had 2 episodes, right? That sounds right. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, that's it. That's my ranking. Let me know what you think. You probably skipped all the way to the end and are pissed about some things and didn't hear my reasoning. Or you heard my reasoning and you just don't agree. And that's fine. Let me know your ranking, though. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Till next time. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.